All right, I can't believe we waited this long, right, to do this movie. Inception is definitely in my top five favorite movie of all time.
I would say it's in my. I think it's in my top five.
Yeah, it's because like
I can't
even
think of too
after
many.
watching it this week, I might move it to number one because one of my favorite subject is dreams. I even wrote a movie about it that you and I both produced
Yeah,
back in
I was
2008.
gonna. I was gonna wear that T-shirt, but
Oh,
it's too
Pleasant Dreams.
small.
It's too
It's
small
too
now.
small. You always get no. It's always been too small. Every time you buy me a T-shirt, you always
Oh,
give me a medium for some stinking reason. I can't admit I cannot wear a medium T-shirt.
I don't.
I'm not a little tiny person. I don't
You know
know.
what? If you dream it, it can happen. All right.
Yeah, I got two nice T-shirts in my closet you gave me. I can't wear them because they're too small.
But the thing about this movie and our movie is that like our movie came out in 2008, right? And this came out in 2010. So I get you asked the question like, hey, did Christopher Nolan just happen to watch my movie, or did he always like write something spectacular like this? But
I don't
then
know. They said it. He said he was working on this movie for almost 8 years.
yeah, a long time actually, even before like he was a well-known director.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then, since we're raving, all this is so awesome. Uh, is this your favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Oh, that's oh,
Come
I
on,
don't.
you said I'm going to move to my number one. Come on.
It would have to be. I like Interstellar also, but this is the best one.
I
That
like
because
Interstellar.
yeah, but I like Interstellar, but like the dreams thing is one of my favorite subjects in
Yeah,
dreams.
I get that. It's like
Yeah,
space is my favorite subject, so usually
yeah.
it's space movie. But the thing is, though, if I was somebody to go, "Hey, what's your favorite Christopher Nolan films?"
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
have
I
to go
haven't
with
seen
I'm gonna
Tenet
have to
yet.
go. Well, I haven't seen a lot of stuff, but I'd have to go with Prestige first.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
was thinking about that the other day,
it'd
this
be
week.
Prestige. It'd be Prestige first, Inception second, and Interstellar third.
Yeah, I thought about
And I'm
being
leaving
Prestige first.
and I like the Batman movies, but I'm just leaving them off the list
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, because
it's somebody
it's
that's
somebody
another
else's
work.
from not him. Yeah, like
Well, that's his word, but
oh, you
it's
know what? Prestige
not
is
his
also
character.
somebody's work too. It's based on a book.
Yeah, it's based on a book, but still, I'm gonna put. I put this why I won't put Inception above Prestige.
Okay.
Prestige, I just like the time period, and I like magic and stuff. But
Mm,
it's also something I could watch anywhere. You know,
that's
I could
true.
watch it on TV and it's fine. I can watch it 100,000 times. This movie I watched twice right before we saw it. Inception.
Wow.
But the thing is, with Inception is a great movie, and I could watch it on any screen too. But
Yeah,
it is more of a theater movie
it's a
to
very
me.
theater movie.
It's one of these movies that I like this movie, and this is the reason I like this movie. It reminds me of The Game too. It's one of those movies at the very end of them, you're relieved. It's like,
Yes.
oh, you can relax now
So
because you're like, it's all about time, and because it's not all just about dreams. It's all about setting up for time. It's a heist movie.
yes, it's a heist movie.
It's a
It's a
heist movie,
great
but it's
heist movie.
also yeah, it's a heist movie you'd never see coming. But it's also at the end of the movie because it takes you on such a ride. That's why I could just keep watching it because it takes you on this big ride. I don't want to ruin that ride.
Yeah,
After a while, it's like driving to a certain area every day. It could be the most beautiful drive you ever have, but after maybe months doing it over and over again, it's not that great. This is one of
dude,
those movies at the end. I go,
this is one of
yeah,
the greatest movies
yeah, it just makes
ever.
you feel so relieved. I'm
Yep,
like, wow,
it's so well put too because like in
it's
the
like this thing,
beginning
like
they
I told you.
set it up like they just explain how this movie is going to work right in the beginning.
Yeah, they pretty much gave the mechanics of the movie.
Yeah, the mechanics of the movie was done really great
And it's
virtually.
also very making you believe this is real. This is
Yes,
for all we
right.
know, this is really happening in our world now. We just don't know about it.
Because well, that's funny because 30 Rock make fun of that when Alec Baldwin's character is like, I don't fall asleep on planes anymore because I don't want it to be incepted.
That's crazy. That's
that's what
awesome.
that's
Oh,
what
that's
Jack said
awesome.
to Tina Fey's character. Let's love it.
Yeah.
Like I don't fall asleep in
I
planes
don't want to
anymore.
be incepted.
Incepted. I thought
Well,
that was so great.
it's
You
like
know,
that line. A line that kind of popped out to me. It's like when the first part of the movie when Leonardo DiCaprio or Cobb, he wants
yes,
to get off the
Cobb.
train because
Dom.
I'm not a fan of trains.
Oh, dude.
Remember?
Yes.
I'm thinking if I got my head smashed in a train, yeah, I wouldn't like it either.
Yeah, that's why he said that. But like, so this movie, I relate to this a lot, right? Because I am, I don't know if you ever have lucid dreams before.
I
Is
think
when you
most people do.
yeah, most people like when you realize that just like a couple of months ago, it may be just been last month. I realized in my dream I was streaming. Then I start doing whatever I wanted. And it was awesome. Like everything went my way, right? Because I realized I was streaming. Then I was doing some crazy ass stuff. I could tell you that right now. But then even the dream within the dream,
I
I
don't
know
want to
when I was
know.
younger that happened to me before where like, oh, I'm dreaming. I wake up, right? I'm still in a dream. So like that's always
Yeah.
been crazy
Well,
to me.
I have those a lot where I'm dreaming and I wake up out of it, but I'm still in a
Still in a
dream.
dream, right? Oh, and I like how they put the mechanics of like time into it.
Well, the worst ones though are to me the worst ones are the ones where you wake up out of a dream and if you're still in a dream, you realize after a little bit you're still in the dream,
Oh,
but you can't move.
oh yes, because your body's
You're
in
trying to get up,
yeah
you're trying to get
paralyzed
up, and then
state because body's
something
not awake yet.
you're not in control of starting like a boogeyman or ghost
Yeah.
comes in. You can't move. You're
I
just like
actually
gonna
had
die.
to. I actually researched that myself because like your brain is not caught up to your body. That's why you think you can't move because like, hey, you're not
Oh, I
supposed to
can't
be
move.
awake yet, but then you're awake for some reason. So I read about that too. Chinese people, right? They like to think that like whenever you wake up and you can't move your body, they say like, oh, you are because a ghost is on top of you.
Well, I had a dream like that, and a ghost was sitting on top of me, and I couldn't get up. And I was like, "This is horrible," and I was in my yeah, it was awful.
So something I
That's probably the
wanna.
worst dream I ever had.
So something I wanna get out of the way right away, right? Because I just saw this video and then like it makes so much sense to me. What do you think Dom's totem is? Because if you
That
think about it,
was
the totem that he had at the top, right, actually belonged to his wife.
yeah. So
He just
yeah, I'm
took
aware
that.
that he took it. I thought it was his kids,
Oh, that's a good one too. But
but I know it's not his kids. They
it's
say in
not.
the movie what it is.
It's his wedding ring. If you look at all the scenes, right, the scenes that he's in reality, he doesn't have his wedding ring on. But every dream sequence, even in the beginning, and then they do the layers, right? They do the planning. He talks to Ellen Page's character. He has a wedding ring every time he's in a dream sequence, no matter whose. But when he's back in reality, right, he doesn't have the wedding ring anymore
Doesn't make that his
because
totem.
because you know why it's totem because he's the one that's realized it because it's special to him. And you know what? They follow this movie's rule, right? He never told anybody what his totem was or what it does.
Yeah,
It's something very personal to him. Because
yeah. I
like
would have
after
to
I
watch the
saw
movie.
that
I didn't see
video,
that. I thought
yeah,
he said it. I thought they made a mention of his totem, and it wasn't his wedding.
yeah, it wasn't that the spinner. But then if you rewatch it, right,
I
pay
know it's not
attention
the
to his
spinner.
wedding ring. They're
I'll
like,
have to watch it again
oh,
now just to see
yeah.
that.
Because then
I don't
like
think that's his totem.
at the end, like when people, the totem thing, his spinner, right? Like, oh, it didn't land. But then if you think about the wedding ring, right? When he got off the plane, they clearly show that when he had his documents, right? It was his left hand. He didn't have it. When he talked to Michael Caine, right at the end, he doesn't have his wedding ring. It's really good how they did that. And I'm like, oh, they keep that hidden. Because people always argue,
No,
like,
could
is
that be
Dom in
true?
a dream? I don't know.
No,
I
because
don't know.
no, I don't know because that can't be his totem.
Why? Does the totem have to be something like it's movable
Well,
object?
no, but the problem is that would make more sense when he's in his dream. He's still married. When
Well,
he's in
that's
the
his
real world,
thing,
he's
though.
not married.
Yeah, that's his thing, though, like his dream. And you know what I don't like about the married thing? This movie is the whole big theme of letting go, right? It's the whole big theme. He never let Mal go. He should have killed her in his memory. Like they mixed the thing with memory and dreams into this one movie.
Oh my god!
I felt that it could have
But
been
memories and
fine.
dreams
The
are the
dreams.
same.
Yeah, sometimes I think so. Cause sometimes you know how I love like when you dream about something, right? It's like
Yeah,
this person that you only
sometimes.
seen like for a couple of seconds, but you dream about that person because your brain retains the information of that
Well, you got to
image
put.
of person.
Everybody's giving a deal. It's like making a movie. When you dream, your mind is making a movie, and that's the thing. It's got to
Yes.
cast people as certain things. But a lot of people could be cast as a doubt, a regret,
Oh yes.
and so forth. I mean, because you may have dreams, you may see people that are gone, already passed away in your dreams.
Yes.
Your people, or people that you knew growing up, and they're still that age. If you wake up and then you think about it, those people don't look like that anymore. Or
No,
if you
I
ever see
know.
them
Like
ever again,
just
they
certain
won't look
moments
anything
in
like that.
time of your life, yeah, you would
Yeah, you
take
meet
that
certain
into your
people in
world.
that time. Yeah, they live in your world, but they're not really that way in the real world. And you got to think any character in your head is not a real person. It's a part of you. Everybody in your dream is something of you.
Yeah, something of you. Yep. And I like how they did that in the movie with your projections. It's trying to
Yeah.
protect you.
Oh, I love that. You know, especially everybody gets angry, starts looking for that deal.
Yeah, looking for the
But I
deal,
do,
like looking
I
for
do,
someone
I
that
do,
belong here.
I do think that the biggest thing about this movie is it's life. Like it's about making you pick.
Making you
Real world
pick,
makes you. The real world makes you choose.
right?
That's what he even says that because remember when he goes in the dream, they're looking at all the houses he built with
Yes,
Ma,
the architect
and then
and stuff.
she goes, was this your house? He goes, no. He goes, we liked all these houses, but in the real world, life has a way of making you choose something because in here we didn't have to choose anything. We can do what we want.
Yes,
So
free will.
and it's true. I mean, in real life, you got to do something. You got to pick one
I
or the
do.
other. Life
That's
will make
why
you
I like the dream
money
world.
or not money. I don't know. That's the thing. So let me ask you this: if you could go in the dream world and do whatever you want like they did, would you ever want to come back?
That's what my movie was about, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
but we're
if you
not talking
stay
about
in
your
the
movie.
dream. Also, yeah,
I'm
I
asking
would.
you a
Though it
question.
depends on the life, right? Because like, hey, you could just spend 5 minutes, right? Depends on how deep you go in the
But with the
dream.
life you have now, would you rather
Oh, I would do
have your
both.
life?
Basically, this is my video game. That's my
No,
vacation.
life is going to make you choose. Which one are you picking?
Oh, I'm doing both.
You can't do
Yeah,
them
you
both.
can. Yeah, you sure can. Depends on how deep you go. You sure can. I can go away. I could sleep for 6 hours, right? I could get my rest, go to my dream world, do whatever, right? And then come back the next day. I can live through
Okay.
life. I am
All right.
Batman, Shane. Do not take this away from me. I could be Bruce Wayne and Batman. That's basically what this is all about, right?
But
It's
there's
still the
never
same
really,
question.
even if you paid attention to the Batman stories, there's really never a Bruce Wayne.
No, it's not what Bruce Wayne. He's living his life in Batman. But that's the question, right? Like, what would you pick?
No,
I would
that was
definitely pick both.
the question. You can't pick both.
Yeah, you can. Because you just want
No,
to be one sided. You can pick both. I could live my real life and go to sleep and live the other one.
yeah, but then you got to wake up.
Yeah, then I'm off. Then that
That's
one.
not. Then
Then
you
my
missed the
shift is
question.
over.
Then you missed the question.
No, you just want to pick one.
No, you didn't listen to the question.
No,
Apparently,
I'm picking both. You can do both. Why
okay.
can you? You can do
Okay.
both. You wake up.
Okay,
Right?
listen.
It's the same
Listen.
thing.
Hey, stop. Listen to the question.
Okay.
You go to sleep and you can do what you can.
All right.
Would you ever want to wake back up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I
Now
gotta
you
take a
listen.
break from that. Because it's both. That's why I'm seeing like I'm taking a break from both realities. I
Okay.
guess in a way.
If you could have it like they had it, you would wake up.
Yes.
All right. That
Yes,
was
of
the
course.
question.
Yep. I will wake up. What about you?
All right. No, let's stay in it.
Because you can do
Why?
whatever you want.
Well, because it's better in the real world.
Better than the real world. Yes, but I think I'm the one that choose like I need to have that grasp on reality at the same time. Like hey,
Yeah.
like whatever. Like it's
reality.
kind of like what I talked about before. Like hey, I want they have the business where like you go in and you can smash stuff right for stress relief. What I want to do is I want to beat up somebody without the consequences. So I could do that in the dream world. I can
Yeah,
do
you
that in real
can.
life. I wanted to start a business where like, hey, let me hire a whole bunch of stuntmen. They just get beat up, right? But there's a price to pay. But you can't do that because laws and stuff. I could do that in the dream world, right? I could go in and like I could beat up whoever I wanted. I
Yeah,
could
you
do
could.
whatever I
You
wanted.
could.
I could be
Yes,
a
you
mass
could.
murderer
Yeah,
the
you
next
sure
day.
could.
Yep, and then I come back like,
Yeah,
haha, my
you
stress
can already do
relief.
those things. It's called video games.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same, but it's closest you can get without going to jail.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes,
It's
it is.
I would agree. It is the closest thing you can get. Yep.
I mean, come on. You there's a lot of video games you can't do that kind of crap in
You
the
know
real
what's really
world.
crazy? Like this question poses, right? Like if we could do that, then no one really needs to be like a billionaire. Like I don't want to win the lottery because like in my dream world, I'm basically not working and doing whatever I want. That would actually, in my opinion, it might solve a lot of people. Like, what is the big thing people are talking about? Mental health.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't go to sleep and not wake up
Yeah,
because
you cannot wake up. Yep.
somebody have to stand there and take care of your body. Because
Yep.
once your body stops,
See?
you're dead.
Yep.
You will never know the dream is because you're dead. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I choose to wake up too. I didn't think about that aspect, but like I would choose to wake up
Yeah,
just
somebody
because
has
of that.
because I mean, you got to have real life to feed
Yeah.
something. I mean,
So let me bring up another topic. This movie was so good, right? I was willing to sidestep over that technology they use. Like, hey, I could go into your stream machine, and then you can go in mine, and it's so weird, right? Like, they never touch on like how they could do it. The military did it, and then I just accept that as like, okay, it works that way.
yeah. I mean, I get you too because I thought when I was watching it, I thought I could go try to find all the negatives and stuff of this movie. And I thought, why would you want to though?
Exactly, but then it's so we talked about this before. Like, if we don't like the movie, then we'll find all the negatives
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
you're
But
gonna
then
find a
it's
whole
because we
bunch of
love
bad
this
things.
movie so much. I guess that would be the only thing that would bother me is like
Well, it's
me
because
going to other people's
really, I
streams.
think it's because the story is so compelling. You'd rather follow the story than try to find
The flaws in it.
plot holes. Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of finding plot holes, you're too busy trying to follow the plot. Because I mean, there is so many layers and so many things you got to keep up with during this movie.
yep,
Even if you watch it two, three, five times, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going to jump back out at you. Like for
yeah,
example, now that you point out the wedding rings,
yep.
now
The
you got to
wedding
look for
ring.
all that.
I know, because a
I
long
bet you,
time I
I
thought it
bet
was
you there's
this
something wrong
Tom.
with it. I bet you there's something wrong with it, but I'm gonna find it
Yeah, you
now.
gotta find it now. Like, next time we'll talk about Inception too.
But
So I'm
no,
just
this
saying
is
the ending for this movie, right? Is like he did go back to reality. He did get what he wanted
well.
because he was able to let go.
I think in the end, the real ending of this movie is you get to decide what you want.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I mean,
What
the
makes you
thing is, it's
happy,
supposed to
right?
fall off and they cut it off. Yeah, because I mean, to me, I'm with that he came back to the real world and got his kids.
Yep. He went
Even
home.
though, even though the funny thing is, his kids seemed a little bit
The
still
same.
young.
The same. Like, yeah, that's
They
why I had a
shouldn't
problem with
because they're
too.
supposed to have changed 5 years. Oh wait, no, they're supposed to have been what
I don't know how
two
long that
years? It's
was,
supposed
right?
to have been
Just a
two
couple of years.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yep.
So why did they not
But
change?
then
But
the most
anyways,
important thing is like at least he was happy. With dreaming or not, it doesn't matter, right? It go back to
yeah,
your question, like, do you want to wake up? It doesn't matter. His whole goal was to see his kids.
yeah, to see his kids at any cost.
Yep, at any cost. Does it matter? No, it doesn't.
Well, yeah. The sad thing though is because in a way he plays like the addict because he's kind of a dream addict.
Yes. Well, they actually kind of talk about that with Yosef too,
Yeah,
right?
because the
Like
only way he can see, yeah, the only way he
the
can see his
dream.
wife, yeah, he just wants to keep dreaming just to see his wife, even though he can't have regular dreams.
I know, like, dude, let go. You die because you put this stupid idea. We gotta talk about
But
that.
there is a
He's
point.
the one who
But there
put
is
that
a point
idea.
where he's starting to have a problem with reality too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that helped kill his wife.
Yep. The
I mean, it
idea
was
was
an
so
accident.
bad.
It
Oh
was
yeah,
an accident.
it's an
Well, he didn't
accident.
know. He didn't. That's a problem though. That they accidentally went in too deep, trying to figure out dreams, and then to try to get out.
Yep.
He did something that he didn't know was going to have
That big huge side effect of for his
yeah, he
wife.
did
Like
not know it was
to
going.
question
Yeah,
everything is not real. Yeah, like it doesn't stop even though you go back to
yeah.
reality.
And in Inception, he already decided Inception's the wrong thing to do. But the problem is, he wants to see his kid so bad. Sato,
Yeah.
offered him a very good, which I like that character by the
Yeah,
way.
I did.
I mean,
And
because he's
Christopher
this
Nolan
business.
gave him that wrote that role suspiciously
Yeah,
for
well,
him.
the makeup for Batman, where you
Yeah.
got see, that's the thing about Christopher Nolan. He takes care of his actors.
Yeah, because that's
Because you
why
got to
so
think
many of
everybody in
us.
this
Yeah.
movie, everybody in this movie's in Batman. Almost everybody's almost in all the movies. He has certain characters actors he
Except for
constantly
Ellen
takes.
Page, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's been other actors. I mean, he hasn't done everything with Leonardo DiCaprio either.
Yeah.
He uses certain actors, but there is a core group of actors he uses constantly.
He does because he
And
knows
I think
the skill.
he probably offers certain roles to a lot of actors again, and they're just too busy.
Hey, you know what? What I read was before Leo was on board, right? It was Brad Pitt and Will Smith.
I didn't hear that at all.
No, because the Christopher
Yeah,
Nolan, the Brad Pitt,
and
he
what I
gave him
wrote,
48 hours to decide, and Will Smith was signed on to do something else.
no, what I read said he wrote that role for Leonardo DiCaprio. Him and his wife only wanted him.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I don't know.
that's the one I hear. But you always so and so is up for this role. So
Yeah. Yep.
sometimes I'm thinking a lot of times, no, not all those people are up for that role. So they turn it down, then all these people are up for this role.
Eh.
But anyways,
Well,
this is
the only thing I know is like
he does
Nolan
he
wanted
does
to
take
work
care.
with DiCaprio.
He
He
does
might
take
not be
care of
this
all his
role.
actors. Yeah, he takes care of all his actors.
Hey, you know
But
what? Leo
but
works
we're
with
gonna
the
go back.
best.
We're gonna go back to what's the character Sato,
Okay.
or the businessman. In a
Yeah.
way, they call him a tourist, no, because they kind of like.
He's the
I mean,
only
he's
one
just
that's not training
well, he's
anything.
just yeah, but he
Yeah.
gets to go all the way through this deal. He's the one that finds them. He's the one who's got all his money. He's the one that offers Cobb a good deal.
Yes.
And I love it because he goes, "How do I know you can deliver it?" He goes, "You don't. You
No,
don't."
you don't.
But see, that's the way this guy lived his life, though. He's
Yeah.
a guy that's lived his life with no regrets. He's gone on everything. He's taken a leap of faith, and that's why he's such this big, powerful businessman.
Oh, yes.
So that's why he could survive 100 to old age in the lowest dream deal.
Yeah, that has limbo.
A lot of these other people probably wouldn't have made it in limbo.
Ooh.
But in limbo, because the way he lived his life like that in limbo. He even had a big giant mansion, super house,
Yes.
bodyguards, everything. He had everything in limbo. And he even remember when Cobb finally shows up to get him.
Yes.
He's like, "Hey, I remember this."
Yeah.
And you got to think
end of
about
the
that
bargain.
because he lived 100 years again. He lived a whole full life and then came back again.
Wow.
Just like Cobb did, though, because you remember Cobb and his wife lived all the way. Doesn't
Yes.
show it into one scene. It
It's
shows
that
they
one
lived
scene.
all the way-
Yep.
Because it shows them young again, but they probably weren't when they get hit by the train.
Yeah.
Shows them young when they get hit by the train, but most likely they weren't.
They weren't. Yep.
Which is a weird thing to me. I'm like, we're gonna pick a train.
I know.
A train.
A train.
Man, that seems like the most horrible way. I could not lay my head down on a track.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Even in a dream, that's just not gonna work.
Yeah, because you still get that anxious, scary feeling.
Yeah,
Where like I
train,
know,
because the track.
I know I'm dreaming, but like, oh,
I
I
on your
so
dream.
not cool.
Yeah, because you know when a train comes along, you feel that. You can feel that.
Yeah.
A train moving. You know the move.
And then they
unless
wake
you're
up.
just stuck in a car. Yeah, I can't say you always do, but a lot of times you can feel that train. Even when
Yeah,
it's going in
see,
front.
that's the scary thing. I love in dreams where you're falling, right? Because sometimes you have that feeling of almost falling off the bed. That's why I incorporate that in your dream. I don't do that anymore. Like, but I remember when I was younger, right? Like, sometimes you almost fall to the edge of your bed, and sometimes it works with your dream, like, side by side at the same time. Like, that's why it's so weird for me. I always get the kick.
Yeah.
I always loved Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right?
Yeah.
And then when he was in this movie, like, God, it just made this everything so much more perfect.
Oh, did it?
And this is the first movie I seen, Tom Hardy in. Before this, I had never heard of Tom Hardy before. Probably a whole bunch of other people.
I'm pretty sure I seen Tom Hardy before.
Oh, Rock and Roller.
Yeah, Rock and Roller. That's what I seen Tom Hardy.
Yep, and something else, but there was Rock and Roller.
No, I think I just seen Rock and Roller, and no, I saw him in Nemesis.
Oh, and
Star Trek Nemesis.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the villain. Yeah, I didn't know that was Tom Hardy though. I saw it in that reviewing. Yeah, that would have been the first movie I seen him in, Star Trek.
And it's because this movie he was cast as Spain because Christopher Nolan know his acting skill.
Yeah, and he changes quite a bit that.
And Ellen Page is a completely different person now.
Yeah, but anyway, her role was pretty good too.
Her role was really good. She's still
everybody had a good role. Everybody had a good character.
Role.
Even the best to me though, almost was Marlon who played Maul.
Yes,
I can't say her last name. I'll butcher it.
Cola, whatever.
Yeah, she was good.
She was really good. Yes,
because at times, I mean, she's a dream. She's a dream, but at times you wonder. Is she a dream?
See, is she a dream? Or he had this memory and dreams at the same time.
He's a dream.
Right?
That's the thing. He's a figure of his imagination. But that's the problem. She manifests in her dreams, and she almost takes off on her own. But he subconsciously makes her even do bad things against her.
Yes,
because it's his guilt.
Oh, that's really good, Shane.
It is his
really
guilt so bad
good.
that she almost terrorizes his friends.
Yes.
She murders his friends. She does all kinds of horrible things to him.
She sabotages everything.
She listens. But he also wonders sometimes if she's real because he forgets. She's based on, because you got to remember, she's based, even at the end he goes, "Oh, you can't be as good as my wife," and all that. And it's true. But the problem is you can only base a memory on what you know of a person.
Yes. Not
so if like in a dream, if I was to dream of you, you're going to be like, "I know."
Yes.
And that's the only way I'll ever know you. I mean, you can't surprise me because I already know how you are to me. But I mean, in real life, you could probably, you never knew this, Shane, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, he could, because he went into the scene where she tells him to shoot him, and
Yes.
he's like, "How do you know she's not real?"
Oh.
Remember, because several times he doubts.
So that bothers me quite a bit, and with the scenes with Maul, right? Like even Arthur's character, like even in the beginning, he's like, "What's she doing here?" This whole time, he could Dom could have asked anybody, kill her for me.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have, but he doesn't. And even though that he know, that's the reason why, like, Arthur doesn't even know that he's not, like, he could do the architecture stuff, but he doesn't do it. It's because he knows Maul will F everything up.
Yeah.
That's his weakest link at the same time.
Yeah, he can't, but he brings other stuff in his dream.
Yeah, and then I feel like, why don't you just tell, like, if it's me and Cody doing this, right? Hey, Cody, can you kill Heather all the time in my dream? Like, because she's effing everything up, and, I'm trying to do my thing here. I just can't do it. Like, he can't do it, too. Like the different levels of the
But here's the sad, I want to point this out to you, though. Here's the sad thing. So Cody shoots her.
Okay.
She'll just come back.
She does come back, right?
No, she can always come back. She may not even die. She's just a memory. She is not a person. There's no person there, so she'd come back several hundred times in that dream.
See, because they don't.
You're just lucky.
It was so hard for me to understand that part.
Because she really never disappears in that dream.
She really
remember
disappears.
when he finally shoots her in that dream, she's still there. She's just not in that room with him. But she could come back if she wanted to.
Yeah, it's
just the thing is Sid Cobb. Right? Dom is the one that had to shoot her. See, Dom shot her, so to him, she's dead. So she's not going to show back up in this dream.
Oh,
see, that's the thing. But if somebody else shot you, you're not going to be convinced. Let's say Cody shoots him, and I blow her up with a bazooka. You're not going to be convinced that she's gone.
Oh, okay, I got it. Because I would think that she's not real, right? And every time I just dream about it, she would come back. It's kind of like it's like the first Slayer on the heist dream when Tom Hardy's like, when Ames is like, you just gotta dream a little bit bigger. Then he had a grenade launcher. Yeah. When Arthur had the machine gun. And I'm thinking, like, if they could do that, why didn't they make an armored car that is bulletproof? Like, I thought about that too.
Yeah, but the thing is, it depends on who's hosting the dream, how big their thoughts are, and what they're doing.
Who are they dreaming in?
Well,
Joseph,
in each,
right? The first one was
Joseph.
Depends. No, the first one was Joseph, because they made that comment about, like, dude, you can't go to the bathroom before.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
So, they just keep jumping.
Second one was Arthur.
Second one was Arthur.
And then the third one is Cillian Murphy. You know what? I need to mention Cillian
And the last one is Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, the last one is Cillian Murphy, too.
No, it wasn't. Who'd they jump in the last one? No, they jump in Cobbs.
Was it Cobbs?
It had to be Cobbs.
I thought it was no, it was Cillian, because they had to drive his reinforcements away. It was what's his last name? I can't remember his last name now. Whatever Cillian Murphy's or Cillian Murphy, that's his name.
Oh.
Yeah, they were in his dream. The first one, it was his projections.
Yeah,
and
they get in his dream.
One is his projections too.
No, the last one was Cobb's dream. The very last one when they go to the limbo dream and stuff, because remember all the buildings.
The fourth one. You're talking about the fourth one. I'm talking about the fourth one. I'm talking about the one from the Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I had to mention because that's Nolan's favorite Bond film. So he layered the snow thing, the same thing as the that Bond movie, the skiing and stuff. And I like Cillian Murphy. We're like, man, why can't we dream that we were on a beach? I'm like, dude, I'm right there with you. Like, what's all this snow doing here?
Oh man.
No, yeah. So, like, I love Cillian Murphy. I think the first movie I ever seen him in was 28 Days Later. But
I think that's probably the first movie. That's the first movie I saw too with him in it. But the funny thing is, I can't remember the movie hardly.
Oh, really?
I don't remember him in it. I mean, everybody could say I saw the movie. I saw the movie when it not long after it came out. Yeah, he's the main character. Yeah, but the funny thing is, every time I think back at it, I was like, I can't remember this guy.
Yeah,
he must have looked completely different. I'll have to watch it again.
And on the video I saw, right, they made fun of like, why does Nolan always like to put some kind of like hoodie, like some kind of bag over Cillian's Murphy?
That's not that odd. He didn't do it that often.
Well, he was Scarecrow. Even in this movie, they put a bag over his head because he was kidnapped.
It's just a few movies, actually.
It was the first Batman, the second Batman, the third Batman.
Well, who's not getting a hood put over their head?
So
Hey,
far, it's 100%.
we saw this. We all saw this in the theater. Me, you, and Cody.
Yes. I actually saw this twice in the theater because Heather and I went. I
Oh,
had to
did y'all
take Heather
go
to
to
see.
see
Yeah,
it?
I
Okay.
loved this movie.
Yeah, this
There's
movie was
only
great.
a few movies I've seen twice in the theater. Saving Private Ryan was one of them, and in Inception,
Oh, you've seen twice?
I seen twice.
I thought you've seen several of the Marvel movies twice.
Oh, that's different because I go by myself, and then like I see like okay, it's okay for my kids. Then I go again.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I've
I seen
seen it
several of the Marvel
twice.
movie twice.
Plus,
Yeah.
you saw Avatar twice.
Because I saw the
You
IMAX
saw it
one.
with us,
Then I
and
regular. Yeah. Then I was
and
like,
then we saw and then we
oh,
saw Batman. We
the
saw the
Dark Knight
Dark Knight
twice because we saw an
Returns.
IMAX.
Man, I think we saw that 3 times, dude.
Wait, the Dark Knight? No, it's the Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
Yeah, we saw
The Dark Knight. I think we
IMAX.
saw it 3 times, dude. I think we only saw it
Well,
three
we might
times.
have seen it 3 times.
I think we saw it 3 times because that's the first time I went to the movie like twice.
Because
I
the
think we
second
ended,
time,
and
I
I
want to
think
watch
we
the
ended,
IMAX
and I
stuff.
think we went, yeah, because we went saw it somewhere, and then we went to see IMAX,
Yeah.
and then I think for some reason we went and saw it a third time, and I don't remember why. But
Yeah, I don't remember why. Who
I
cares?
think we
It was
took
so
somebody
great.
else with us, probably.
Yeah, probably Heather.
Hey, but the nice thing
might
is
not
we only
be.
saw that Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull once.
Yes.
Man, that was horrible.
I
I
think
don't know
you're
if the movie
right.
was really that horrible, but the experience at the theater was awful. It was so packed,
I
and the
think
movie
the
wasn't
Dark Knight
great.
might be the only movie I've seen 3 times in the theater.
I think we saw it 3 times. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I'm
Did we
pretty
watch
sure we did.
Watchmen twice? No, we only seen it once.
No, I only got to see it once. I remember that was a hard movie to watch because one of my contacts fell out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Okay.
I mean, the movie was great,
The
but
movie
I
is
was like,
great. We gotta do that.
but I was like,
soon.
I could barely see that movie.
Oh.
I
Let's
watched
talk
part
about
of it with
dreams.
one eye. All right, let's
I
get
like,
back to dreams.
How did you like all the roles working with this mission? Like, I like that this is the first time we ever touch on this subject of this movie, right? And
Well,
this movie is only one of a kind.
You did read where Nolan based all these on the acting.
Oh
right?
yeah, on the movie production. I
Yeah,
did.
movie production where everybody's got their
own
spot.
role,
You
yeah.
know, Cobb's the director and so forth.
Yeah,
Ames is the actor.
Saito is the producer.
Yeah, because he got all the money.
Yeah, he got all the
I like
money.
that because I like that. You know, he goes,
Cillian
"Oh,
Murphy's the whatever
he goes,
audience.
I bought the airline. Seemed like
I
it'd be
put the
cool.
airline up.
Seemed like it'd be awesome.
So when I watch this, right, it feels like this has a very Chinese theme to it because like a lot of Chinese TV shows, they always have a witch family. Because that witch family is always the one that kick out stuff like this, like, well, we need this, like, oh, about the whole airline. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, well, they could do a lot of other stuff too.
And the air stewardess, right? That's Christopher Nolan's cousin. She's in a lot of his movies because he just puts his cousin in movies.
Oh, I didn't know she was in that many movies.
She's in Tenet.
I know his dad's
Dunkirk.
in the movie.
Yeah, he put his cousin in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But like not a big role though. Just I think this Inception is probably the biggest role because she have a couple of lines and she has that action of pushing the button for the dreams.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
There are a lot of people who do that.
Yes. And what was I gonna say about the family thing? I don't remember. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You're the one going. You're just jumping in there and throwing stuff out. Come on.
I am. Because I was going off with the Saito of the we were talking about the movie thing, and every one of their names, if you put them in a certain order, it says Dream Pay. Dreams Pay. Yep.
Dreams Pay. That's what they say.
Yep.
Somebody who's smart come up with that.
I remember which actor I want to talk about. The one who plays Peter. So when I saw this movie, right, Uncle Peter, the right hand man to his dad's empire thing.
Oh yes.
So when I saw this movie, when I saw that actor, right, I was happy to see him because the last time
Tom Berenger, right?
Yeah, Tom Berenger, yes, because I saw him in Major League and I loved that movie. I loved that baseball movie.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've seen him in any
because
movies.
it's been a while since I've seen him in anything. Then I saw him in Inception.
Yeah, dude, you were happy.
Oh, I was happy to see Tom Berenger. Yeah, I don't know why though. I like even when we watching it, it feels like the only movies I know him from are just Inception and Major League 2.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's because I think I watched him when I was young. When I watched Major League when I was in my early teens.
And you just brought back memories.
Yeah, it just brought back memories.
So you probably have dreams about this guy. You'd be like, huh,
there's
Tom Berenger in my dream.
I have not.
No, it's okay. I've never had dreams.
The only celebrity I remember dreaming about is Posh Spice. Victoria.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I wish I had that
It
dream
was
too,
it
but
was a good dream, I can
I'm
tell you.
sure it was. The funny
It
thing
was
is, I
very
can't
good.
remember ever having a dream with any celebrities in it.
How often do you remember your dream? Like when you wake up, right? You tend to forget immediately unless you keep thinking about it.
Some of them. It depends on how how bad it was,
Oh.
or what went on in the dream. Some of them, yeah. If it was kind of a bad dream, yeah, you remember it. Any dream I ever had was bad. I remember that when I
So
wake up.
there's some dreams I remember, like my lucid dreams. Like when I know I was dreaming, I started to fly. That's why I asked you
And
that question before.
I
Like,
never had a dream where I flew.
really, I had dreams where I can fly, but then I was not flying very fast. Like I guess like 40 miles an hour, right? But then you're flying 40 miles an hour is like, oh, it's kind of slow after a while. That's why I asked you on one of our earlier podcasts before, if you could fly, how fast would you go? You can't go too fast. You're going to dry your eyes out. That's why you have to wear goggles. Like somewhere between
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
60 to
No, that
100.
will dry your. Let me tell
That
you,
probably dry
40,
you.
40 miles an hour
You
is
probably
fast.
do,
You'll dry
yeah.
your
40,
eyes
yeah.
out. Yes.
Because I was thinking like,
40
how
miles an
fast
hour
could I
is,
fly?
if you're out in the open with wind blowing your face, it's pretty quick. You'll probably go 20.
Yeah,
That's like
because
running.
I
And
remember
that's not even as
flying. Then I
fast.
remember like, oh, you know what I should do if I'm flying? I should play basketball.
All right, Peter Pan.
Yes, bangarang.
Favorite.
No, because I know I like to read about dreams and stuff, right? They say
Yeah.
that like if you want to remember your dream, like if you wake up from it, right, you should write it down as soon as
Yeah.
possible. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not for
yeah, I'm
that.
not doing
I
that
don't keep
either.
it. I
Yeah,
don't want to keep a pad on
yeah,
me.
I
I
don't
can't
dip
even
here. Yeah.
see. When I wake up from a dream, guess what? It's dark and I don't want to turn a light on.
There's sometimes that when I dream, like last night, let's just say I dream I saw something, right? There's sometimes I have a continuation from that last dream, but it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. But the funny thing in my dreams, the biggest thing in my dreams always is crazy architecture.
Oh, really?
Some houses don't even have sides on them. Some houses are all
Oh.
glass. It's the weirdest thing. Ever once I ran into a house with a go-kart in a dream and the whole side of it fell off and ghosts come all out.
Really? You know, sometimes what bothers me in my own dream, that I'm not wearing pants.
Wow, that would bother me if I was in your dream
Did that
too.
ever happen to you? Like, it always bothered me. Like, I'm not wearing pants.
I think a lot of people have dreams like that
I
where
don't
you
know
just
what
show
that
up
is.
naked.
Not just naked,
That's
like no pants. Like, what the heck's
okay.
going on?
Maybe
Like, it bothers me
you
so much.
you probably have insecurities about your legs.
It might be. It
I
might
don't
be.
know.
Like,
Don't you
you
wear
know what?
shorts though? Don't you wear shorts?
Underwear, but like, it's the
No,
thing
no.
is
In
not.
real life,
Oh, in
in
real life,
actual,
yes,
you normally wear shorts around people, right?
yes.
So I don't know what the problem is with your
I'm gonna
dream.
write that. Look at that right now. Dreams where you are
Well,
not.
this show is not about what
No,
our
but we talk about dreams
insecurities and
though.
all our problems. Yeah, we are talking about a movie about dreams. We aren't talking about dreams
Oh, that's funny.
because they just
Dreaming
get
that you
weird.
aren't wearing pants in public can signify that you are in a mischievous mood. That is very
That's
that is
that's
very accurate.
that's probably why you never have pants on.
I'm in a mischievous mood,
Well,
dude.
let me tell you this: in the real world, not having pants on will get you arrested.
Well, I have underwear on.
So, still get
Let's
you
see.
arrested. Ain't nobody wants to see
Oh,
you in your
being
drawers
exposed
walking
and
around.
vulnerable, not fitting in, feeling rebellious,
Well, it
being
depends. Let me put
playful.
this way about dreams. Here's the problem I always have with
Okay,
looking up to see what dreams mean.
okay.
Depending on who is writing the book or writing the story,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
because
Yeah.
each guy has their own interpretation of what your dreams mean. But unless they actually know you, how are they going to know what your dreams signify to you?
That's true.
They could base what a dream they have similar to yours signifies to them, but they may not have the same problems in life. I mean, insecurities and so forth. I mean, come on, Jeff Bezos is not going to have the same dreams I have,
Yeah,
and if he does,
I'm
they're going to
having
be.
dreams of how Jeff Bezos is living, like
Let me put it
my
this way. Yeah, let
version.
me put it this way. I could have a dream of not being able to do something. Jeff Bezos' dream may be being able to do whatever he wants and he wishes he could. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
good. Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean,
I got what you mean. Yeah.
one dream could signify that I just don't like pants. Like I said, I had a dream I don't have pants on, or that
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos' dream about not having pants on just signified he had so much
What?
money he can't fit it in his pants.
So my thing was sometimes not wearing pants, right? Do you have any consistency in your dream, kind of like that?
Not really, other than architecture. All like that.
Oh,
A lot of
architecture.
things.
That's what yours thing
A
is.
lot of things is glass, man. Sometimes the floor is glass, and I can see down through the floor. Isn't that crazy? It's the craziest thing.
Glass.
I also spent a lot of time in shopping centers and malls, mainly malls. My dreams are always in a mall. It's
Really?
all, and the funny thing is, it could be people's houses all in the mall. It's the weirdest thing.
Sometimes I like just have a dream maybe last week, right, where like the environment changes really quickly. And I
Yeah,
begin
I
to
have that dream.
realize that like I'm just in a room, but then when I went into this room, it's not where I just left from. Like I
Well,
just
that's
came from.
normal for
Oh
me
yeah.
too. I can go in this room and it could
And
be in
then
somebody
that's
else's
when I
house.
should realize like, damn, I'm in a dream, but I don't do that sometimes. Like I hate it when I don't do that. I love it when I'm like, oh my god, I'm dreaming right now. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's just my dreams is weird. The framework in my dreams is weird, like cars. You could bump a car in my dream. Let's say I'm driving down the road, I hit a car.
Hmm.
Real cars denting. No, you break the part of it off, and you can see all the two
So
frame.
you
It's the
drive in your
weirdest thing.
dreams before?
Some dreams I do drive
You know
around.
what? I don't think I ever had a dream where I'm driving.
Really, I have a lot of dreams
I
where I'm
have
driving.
dreams where like I want to get to a place quick, right? But I can't run. I can only walk a certain like speed, and I can't run. And
Huh.
sometimes it bothers me, like, why am I not running? But I want to be in a
No,
hurry.
I could have dreams where I run because I had a dream where I ran.
Sometimes, but like,
Then the
yeah.
alligator bit off the back of my leg. It was
Oh,
horrible.
holy crap! Dang, I don't think I have any horrifying dreams ever.
Oh, I have tons of
Yeah, I
them.
don't have a lot of nightmares at all.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
think I have.
don't.
I can't say I have like really. Yeah,
I
I
can't
do.
even
I
say
actually.
I can't even say 1 in 10. I would have to say 1 in 1,000.
Oh yeah, I have lots of.
Oh, I don't
I
have a
think I
lot
have
of
lots of them. I
I don't have a
remember I
lot of
had a dream
nightmares.
where a bunch of people just started melting around me, and then you
Like
just see their clothes laying there.
I
It
think
was
it's
weird.
well, well, let me take that back. Like when I was younger, I have more nightmares. I
Yeah.
think now your mind is known like, oh, this stuff is not real, right? So I don't have that fear in the nightmares anymore. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's what it is, but I can never explain. I can
Yeah,
never
I have it. I
prove
have
it.
dreams. Everybody's in it. Even you're in my dreams. You're usually the guy telling me what to do. You shouldn't do
Oh.
that. You shouldn't do that. I'm thinking,
So
why would you ever
that's
tell
how
me what not to
this is
do?
how I'm to you, Shane. I'm the person that tell you what not and not to do. This is how you
Yeah,
see
what
me.
not to do. Well, I see that a lot of people. Everybody in my dreams
Oh,
like that. Actually,
okay.
believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see all kinds of people from the past. Sometimes I have dreams where I think I'm honestly at work,
Really?
but it's not at the work I work at.
Oh,
Sometimes it's
I
the
know what you
places
mean.
I
Yes.
work. Maybe sometimes it's places I worked 10 years ago, but I have the people that I know now with people that I knew from school, all there they're working with me that had never worked with me in my life.
Wow. So that brings me
Yeah,
to
that's
this
the worst dreams.
in the
Yeah.
movie.
Then I wake
I,
up and have to go to work.
I love it when Dom tells Oriana that like, do you remember how we got here? I love when they discuss that because like when you're dreaming, right? You're already at the setting and environment where you're
Yeah,
supposed to
but
be,
that's the
but
funny
you
thing if
never
you think about
remember
it.
how you got there.
Some dreams you do actually question yourself how'd you get there.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, the real world, sometimes I'm at work and I can't remember driving there to get there to begin
Oh
with.
man, that's just age, man. Don't do that.
It's not age. I think it's repetitive. The repetitiveness of my life. I
Because
think,
always the same thing, yeah.
yeah, I did a lot. I'm like, how did I get to work?
Wow. No, that's
My drive
sometimes
was
scary
so
for me.
boring, which is sad because my drive's almost
But
like 40 minutes.
so
Yeah,
I was
day.
gonna say that because a lot of people say like you shouldn't drive the same route every day, but you don't have a different route you can take, right?
Really don't have
Yeah,
that much of a choice.
yeah,
I either want to go there or I want to go a whole different direction. I mean, there's only like one road to this
yeah.
town.
One more
I
to
mean,
this town, yeah.
there's a bunch of country roads I could take, but man, going down the back roads and stuff in the dark, you're liable to hit a deer.
Yeah.
Or you get stuck in somebody's yard and Leatherface is liable to
Oh,
come out and get you. But
it's deer for you, right? It's hogs and coyotes for me.
oh no, it's hogs and coyotes for me. I
Oh,
mean,
really? Yeah, it's hogs and
oh yeah.
coyotes right now. Like
And bobcats.
even in a well developed, I guess, and I can't say well, like a developed enough area, still see coyotes at night at like 9 p.m. when I'm like, well, let me
Oh,
go get something for Heather, and like
because
then I
I
see
mean,
two
quite right.
coyotes.
Because in the city is the place to eat stuff. I mean, you got little dogs to eat, little children to eat, trash to eat, you know, rats to eat. I mean, come on, there's a
I
lot of
know.
things to eat there.
Every
Out where
time
I'm at, coyotes are lucky to find something to eat because them
I
deer run fast.
the idea went fast. Like every time, like we have like my neighborhood, like little dogs get out, right? People are always on the lookout for it. A hawk's gonna pick it up, or a coyote, bro. You better need to pick up this little dog.
Oh yeah, a hog would eat that little
Like,
dog too.
if you see a post like, this is the second day or the third day, like, have anybody seen my dog? Like, oh, your dog didn't make it.
That's
Like,
bad.
it sucks, but like, dude, your dog didn't make it. If it's by the third day, you're still looking for your dog. Like, nope.
Yeah, but so the problem is you also have another predator for dogs. People.
Yeah, people.
People probably grab them things up
But
and never let them
like, I
back
guess
out.
from where I live or where you live is like a coyote's got it. Oh, hawk.
Yeah,
Something like
I'd
that.
say, yeah, you got so many people though.
Ugh,
People could easily pick up them dogs where you live. I've been here where
yeah.
you're at. Yeah, I'm
No,
sure
we have a
people will
lot.
steal dogs.
Maybe.
People take everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people aren't stealing coyotes. They probably are. They think they're dogs.
All right, let's get back to the movie. Let me look at my notes. Oh, so I have to talk about this. 528491.
All right, I leave the numbers alone
Why?
because they're
Give me.
just numbers. I don't like numbers that much.
Oh, really?
I don't care about numbers. When you
But
start shouting
numbers
out
were very
numbers,
significant in this movie, though.
okay, then go ahead and tell me.
Not just for Cillian Murphy's character, but
Yeah.
Leo as well. Because the
Okay.
train and the taxi, right, is like 2053, and the taxi cab
Okay.
is like
Yeah. Here's some.
3502.
Can you even see numbers in a dream?
You know what? I read that you can't read in a
I
dream.
read you can't read, or you
Yeah.
see numbers, and if you look at a clock, it never shows the time.
Yeah, see, sometimes I remember that, and I purpose when I realize I'm dreaming, I try to look at the time, then
Well,
I
you
try to
should.
read something.
I honestly think you can't. Then you can't. Well, I think you can read in a dream. I would like to know that, but I have read on research in dreams that you can't see numbers or time.
That's
Let's put it like you
strange,
can't see
right?
time. You might can see a number, but I don't think you can see time.
I never thought about
But
that.
you could still count in a dream because usually you can remember how
Yeah,
many of
that's different. Yeah,
something and stuff you see. But
because your brain's
yeah,
full.
I don't ever remember numbers are popping out. But I'm not a big math fan, so of course when you start shouting out numbers to me, it's like, am I at school where it says Johnny has
5 whatever.
beans and then he gives 3 to Sarah and Sarah gives him 20 beans and
It's like
how many beans? It's like, okay, I'm done.
it's like, well, you probably like this joke then, right? Like, hey, Johnny has 65 candy bars. He ate 30. What does he have? Diabetes.
No, that's good. I like that.
That's diabetes.
That's the only thing I'd write. That would be the answer I'd give to them in school when they wrote stuff
That's
like that.
another
I'm like,
math joke for you. Hey, there's 3 birds sitting on the fence, right? I shot one of them. How many are left? Just that one that you shot because your gunshot scared the other two away. You know what? I never read about the clock thing though. Like that, you can't tell
yeah,
time in a dream.
I read a deal that if you look at, I don't know if it's clocked. Yeah, they say if you look at the clock face or try to tell time, I think even on an analog time plate piece, you can't
Really?
see anything.
I don't think I ever been able to come across a clock in my dream, but I did try the reading in my dream. Once I realized I was dreaming, right, I was looking for something to read, and when I found something, I had trouble.
Well, how many books you look at?
Like I was trying to look for anything to read, like
Well, that's the
even a
thing, though. I'm
flyer,
thinking you should
like
be
a
able to read.
poster.
I would think you'd be able to read or glance at a book, and then in your dream could read that.
I wonder why that is though. Maybe because your mind cannot make up, I don't know, dialogue or like
Well, it
paragraphs
wouldn't
and
have
stuff.
to though. If you actually looked at a book and looked at the pages, because I mean, your mind. Let me say you flip through a book, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Even at the speed you're going, you got to think your mind can see all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
thinking
not going to
too.
read it, so it's just stored in there. So why can't you access it in your
I
dreams?
don't
Because see,
know.
I thought this. What if you could? This is what I want to do dreams. Because I thought, what if I went through all my books, so I got gazillion of them, went through all of them, looked at every page, just turn it, flip through it, go to sleep, and I could read all my books since you're moving faster in a dream than you are in the real world.
Like Doctor Strange.
So I could read all my books in my sleep. Yeah,
Oh,
because
that would
think
be
about it.
good. I
Because
like
it
that.
takes you. Let's say it takes an hour to read a. It actually takes me several hours to read a book. I'm a slow reader, but in my dream, while I'm asleep, every minute I could read a book.
Yes.
Thinking then you wake up
We
and
use
you.
the time, like every 5 minutes in the dream is an hour in dream world. I like that a lot.
Yeah, if that's true. But I
I mean,
mean,
like
we knew,
that's just
but
make up.
but I do know. I mean, even from our dreams, you can spend a day in your dream and wake up in 5 minutes.
Yes.
I think, and it has to be a lot, but I think it has a lot to do with the real world. In the real world, you got to think all your senses have to catch up with what's going on because you got to think light travels faster than sound.
Right.
So basically, we think we can see our mouth movements and words, and we do. But the problem is actually we're seeing movement before we hear stuff.
Interesting.
I mean, that's the way it works in the real. I mean, everything, even lightning. We hear boom and you see lightning, but that's not real.
No.
Actually, you see lightning and you hear thunder because that light
Yes.
travels
Yeah.
faster
Like
than
travel with
sound.
the sound. Yeah.
But yeah, you think it's off, but it's not.
No.
Isn't that
Well, there's
crazy?
some science stuff there.
Because
Yes, it is
usually, but
crazy.
yeah, but basically, you usually see a lightning strike and then you hear it later.
Yeah. It's like one of my neighbors. He's a sniper, right? Like when he's talking about like the second shot hitting before you hear the first one, because what you just said sound
Yeah,
like it sounds travel
but
faster.
you got to also think you're still trying to catch up with. I mean, all your senses in your hearing, they're not. Your brain is trying to synchronize your
Yep.
sight to your sound. So that's
Oh.
the thing. But in the dream, it doesn't have to do that. That's probably why things move faster.
Oh, that's good. You know how before like I take CBD oil for like pain, right? And I tell you like, when I take CBD oil, my dreams are more wild. I don't think that's what it is. It's because when I take CBD oil, I'm in a calmer state. Like
It
I'm
probably
more
is
relaxed.
because a lot of people get to lucid dreams.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know this for a fact, but a lot of people say they'll eat something before they go to bed or fill their stomach up.
Hmm. So it's like the
And
body chemicals working.
yeah, and
Yes.
I mean, yeah, people eating before they go to bed. I mean, for example, like eating ice cream right before you go to bed.
Oh, that's one of the
That is going
best.
to cause you to have lucid dreams. I mean,
Really? Ice cream?
well, some people, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, and most people, I'm going to say lucid, but yeah, they're going to have nightmares.
Oh. No, when I did the CBD oil, I remember my dreams better because I'm more relaxed sleeping, right? That's why I feel like if I'm the heavier sleep I'm in, the deeper,
Well,
I
it's like
remember my dreams better.
it's like people drink alcohol,
Yes.
and pass out or go to sleep. They're going to have dreams. I mean, they're going to have some wild stuff
Yeah,
going on
our stuff. Yeah, because they're more
because they really don't.
relaxed.
Because yeah, I mean, people go, "Oh, I drink alcohol and fall asleep," and go, "It doesn't put you in a deep sleep."
No, it just
And
very
you're still going to be tired when you get out of it
yeah.
because that's just it relaxes your body to put you in a sleep, but it don't ever let you go to a deep sleep. So you're
Oh,
always going to stay on the surface where you dream.
yeah. Oh, I just every time sometimes I can't wait to go to bed. Like, please let me dream about like whatever tonight, and it's so hard because like I try and train my mind into like, hey, if I'm gonna sleep, if I'm dreaming tonight, I need to ask myself, how did I get here? Am I dreaming?
Yeah, I've
I
tried
always tell me
that,
I do that
but
too.
after a while, I've got tired of it. So I just
Oh
like
really? Yeah, I know. I just
I'll take what I can get
yeah, it's just like, oh, forget it. I don't want to keep up with this
because I'm
thing with
like
myself. Responsibilities.
it usually beats the day ahead. So I'm like whatever, I'll take whatever.
Yeah.
If
So let's
everybody
see.
wants to if everybody wants to start disappearing in my dream, I'm good with it.
So my favorite line in this movie is the Inception part, right? But my favorite line from this movie is positive emotion trumps negative emotion
Oh, and it
every
does.
time.
But you can see it in a way though. You can see it on this way because a lot of people are going to have think a certain way. But you already knew this guy, Cillian Murphy's
Yeah.
character. They already knew that his father doesn't like him. He had a bad relationship.
Yep.
He's
Oh,
mad at
I
his
love that
father.
father son
But here's
relationship
the
in this
thing
movie.
though. In his dream, it's hope that it does it because you remember he goes up there and he puts that picture of him holding a pinwheel,
Yes.
and his father smashes it.
Yep.
He's like his father didn't even notice it, but in his dream, because he wants his father to
The recognition. Yes.
remember that memory so bad that he's gonna automatically have a positive outlook towards it.
Oh, I love
It
it.
it doesn't matter how bad he really treated him. He wants it so bad
Yeah.
that the dream is automatically going to give
That's
him a
that's
positive
why that
outcome.
ending for his character it works so great for me. We're like, yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm not. You're like, no, I'm disappointed that you tried. That was awesome
yeah.
when I
But
heard that.
that's if it was real life, it's probably wouldn't have been like that.
Yeah, because
His father would have been
they
like, I
planted
didn't
the
like you at
idea.
all.
It was
But
so
the problem
good
is
though.
that's not his father. That's the way he wanted his father to be.
Yes.
He's dreaming. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the thing. In your dreams, you're going to dream a lot of people to do
Right.
things
That's why
they
I
wouldn't.
love that he put that positive reinforcement on himself, like Cillian Murphy's
Yeah,
character. Like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah. That means that in a way that means he thinks highly of himself more than
Yes.
he does of
Yeah.
his situation, which is always a better way to think.
I love that. Was there an antagonist in this movie? Was Maul the antagonist? It was himself. It's Dom.
Oh yeah, Cobb is
Cobb is his own antagonist.
is his own antagonist. Yeah,
Oh,
Ma is there, and she is the kind of the bad version, but
but
he's
she's the
really the
version
bad
of
guy.
him. Yeah,
But
he's the
he's
really
really the
bad guy.
villain because he went too far and he
And then
made
he
her,
put
and
everybody at
it's
risk.
guilt. Yeah, it's
Oh,
guilt. I
dude,
mean,
this
it's all
movie
this
touched
stuff.
on so many things on so many
Yeah, because
levels.
he's like the because like let's say you're trying to do something, you don't want to bring that drug addict or
Yeah.
the person that's addicted to something because he couldn't let something go and it is disrupting their work and stuff, but nobody wanted to say anything to him about it either. Ellen Page's character is the only one that wants to say, "Hey,
Yes.
you got a problem, dude."
You know, sometimes I forget her character that she wasn't supposed to go into the dream. She
Yeah,
was
she was
just
supposed to
supposed,
go
yeah,
in the dream. They're supposed to be there the whole time, but
yeah. She's the
she's
only
like,
one that
"Hey,
tell everybody how the mazes except for Cobb, so that
yeah."
way they know how
But
to
the
get
problem
out.
is, Arthur knew there was a problem too, but he wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, he wouldn't say nothing. It's like
He
that best
didn't say
friend
nothing to
chemistry,
him.
right?
Yeah,
Like
he's just
he's
like,
just
whatever.
like, hey, you know what?
Go
Maul is
ahead. In
nice.
every dream, you can shoot me in the head. It's
Yeah,
okay.
and like
Remember, he
they
got
just
shot.
know
Remember,
that
he got
she's
shot in
there.
the
You know, like
foot. Yeah, remember, he got shot in the foot. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I want to let that happen
I thought it
again."
was so
Like,
funny
right.
when he say like, "Oh, I seen that you met Mrs. Cobb."
Yeah, oh yeah. When she jumps out, like, what was that?
Yeah, and I like that's what
Oh,
that
I love
proves
that
what you
scene.
said. Like when
That is the best thing that when she
yeah,
goes down there and meets
Maul,
Maul.
yeah,
Remember when she goes downstairs and she turns and
and then
looks
she
at her?
just stabs her. Like, damn.
Yeah, well, I like it though. She looks at it. She's like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, what are you doing there?
She says,
I
"I'm
know who
just."
you
She
are.
goes, "You're not supposed to be. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
who you are. You're not. I know who you
Oh,
are.
you
You're
talk
not
about
supposed to
that
be here."
part, yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene because
Yeah.
that is so creepy.
And then
And
like
then she's trying to get out of there.
and then Arthur said something to her um Ariana when she said like, what was she like in real life? She was lovely. That
Yeah,
just proves what you said, like it's his memories of her and not her whole
yeah,
personality. That was really
yeah.
good. Like they did this with a one line.
Because that's probably the thing is Arthur. Every time he sees her in a dream, he's like, "This is not her.
This is not her, yeah.
Yeah, this is not the one person I met."
Yeah. That was really good. You know,
Yeah,
there's
that's
so many things we could talk about. We could make this show two
but
hours.
I do like how they show it because it takes a while before you because you keep seeing Maul and you think that she's some outsider getting in. You don't know who
Yes.
she really is. The whole time you think she's actually another person operating against him, up to the
Yes.
point where he's like, "So what happened to her? She's dead."
Oh,
Then you're like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
yes. Yeah, because like if you watch this for the first time, you're like, who is this person? Why is this
It's
projection
also kind of
different?
cool. They start off with him meeting Sato first.
Yes.
And then they go into the deal. And then then they do the dream deal when they introduce the dream thing, and you're like Sato in a way because you're thinking, well, they found him, they got him, and he outsmarted him. And then you go, oh wait, this is a dream too.
Yes, they do the
And then they wake up on the
that's why I like
train.
the like the mechanics you said. Like they already
Yeah,
did the dream within a
it's
dream right
yeah,
off the
instead
bat.
of yeah, they describe it to you. They put it already they already start with you all the way in the dream,
Yeah.
and then they describe the mechanics, and you slowly see it, and that's what makes it work.
We still gotta talk about the special effects shot that they didn't. They actually built a hallway for the hotel,
Yeah,
so
where
they
it
can
flips
act.
over, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that is very cool because Christopher Nolan doesn't like special effects if he
Well,
can avoid it.
in a way, I mean, he doesn't like GCI or computer
CGI,
effects.
yeah,
If
computer
I'm
effects,
not
yeah.
gonna say he doesn't like it, but
But
we
sometimes you
already know
have to.
it does not work all the time.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
the one that he know he has to do is like when he fold the dream world upside down. You can't do that practically.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, you
there's a lot of
probably
things getting
can.
better and better, but the problem is sometimes you can tell computer generated effects when you're sitting and watching a movie, and it can
Yeah.
actually ruin your whole movie effect. While you're in the you're feeling something, and you go, "Oh yeah, this is all awesome." Then you got some stupid, crappy effect. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh, I know. That's why I like in
come on,
Hollywood movies
Blade,
compared to
Blade,
well, that's different because it's
Blade.
but like I compare this to like a Hong Kong produced films, right? They're not where America is at. So that's why like you could tell these special effects are like they're not the best. Like sometimes the Matrix are like, oh, they shot that for real, and then it's hard to tell. Like
Yeah,
with the green screen and they actually do the stuff like, but that whole hotel hallway scene,
yeah,
I
where they're
love.
spinning the hotel. Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
when
problem
it's
is,
spinning the hall.
I don't think they could have got everybody to fall correctly.
Yeah, it was tough.
You see how they're falling and hitting the
That's
walls
that's why they
and
put
bouncing.
Ellen Page's hair in a bun. because they thought about doing that special effects because they watch a whole bunch of videos like of astronauts in space, right?
Yeah.
Hair is so hard to tell what's gonna do in zero gravity. So the only part, like the only way they solve it is like, let's just put her hair in a bun.
Yeah. Yeah.
They actually did that even in Interstellar. They cut Anne Hathaway's hair off. The same reason, because they don't know how her hair is going to be like in zero gravity. So it's just easier to either cut her hair off or put it in a bun, tie it in some way so it doesn't free frail everywhere. Because they haven't figured that part out yet. Like, I don't know what to do.
Well, they do by the time Star Trek comes around.
So basically, they're just guessing, right? Because we don't know anyways.
We don't know.
No one knows. But if you build science.
But that's the thing, though. If you build a stage like that and have it move around, you're gonna have gravity.
Yeah, the gravity on it. Yeah, that's why they did the bun thing. I thought that was pretty good.
So yeah.
Oh.
Because if she would have had her hair out, it would have gave away where gravity. It would give away
where the gravity was at. Yeah, that's why they did that in the bun. Like, oh, that's how they do the practical effect.
Oh, but yeah, that was pretty
good. I want to talk some more stuff that bothers me, right? Now, Joseph said that his compound, like his compound doesn't mess with the inner ear thing. That's why you could, rock and fall and then you'll wake up.
Yeah.
But then that van, the way they drove the van, like it flipped several times and nobody woke up. I thought it didn't affect the inner ear thing.
It didn't affect their inner ear.
How do you know? Like, but then falling backwards.
But you said
is the same
did.
thing.
No, I don't.
But falling backwards is the same thing.
I think it's the sudden slam against their brains.
So it had to be sudden slam, not whatever.
Yeah. I think it's that impact.
Oh, it's the impact. Okay, no, that makes more sense.
I think it was the more
it had to be
impacted. Yeah,
because they were in a seatbelt. Like they didn't crash into it.
Yeah, they're moving around, and their heads really weren't banging. They weren't suddenly stopping. I think if their head was to bang against the wall,
but then they would have been in limbo.
Yeah, they would have knocked them out.
I love that when Joseph actually flipped the fan over. He's like, "Man, did you see that?" Like,
did you see that? I mean, I'm sure really it should have woke him up, but I mean, for the story's sake, you just see him kind of falling around, but they didn't really have that force of that impact.
They didn't have that force,
bridge,
like that water. Yeah. You know what? I know a lot of people probably complain like how long this takes this van to fall, right? But they're showing the time lapse difference between
but you also got to remember the music. The music in this movie also speeds up and slows down, which is the synchronized to the times.
The song they played, right? It's actually a song that a real lady sang that Maria. What was her name? That played.
Yeah, it's a French song.
She actually played her a biopic of her.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't read that part.
And that song is exactly 2 minutes and 28 seconds, and this movie is 2 hours and 28 minutes. He did it purposely, just like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but
awesome.
then he almost didn't cast her to play Maul because people didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't want that. Yeah.
Well, he didn't want that song. Yeah. He didn't want that song. He tried to get the song out, but Hans Zimmer
said you should keep it in there. It works really great. He even slowed down the song.
Which the soundtrack by the soundtrack is awesome too. Because remember, you got this. Awesome. We got the soundtrack. You got the soundtrack as soon as this movie came out.
I love this soundtrack. Like everything in it. Kind of like
Dreams. Yeah.
Interstellar.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, Interstellar. I got Interstellar.
My favorite track is Mombasa because it makes me so hyped up, like the chasing and stuff.
I actually like. I like that one, but that's not my favorite on the track.
Oh, that's my favorite on that one. I mean, like there's other ones too, but that one is like always get me going.
Yeah, that one's very exciting.
Like
I like that chase in Mombasa. That's awesome. This has a lot. This movie has a lot of action. It's kind of like a James Bond.
It has
movie.
a lot of action because you have to kill the projections.
Yeah. There's
no other way around it.
The projections got guns and trying to kill you. It's just one giant wild movie.
See, that's the thing. Like, hey, if you know, if for Arthur and Dom, right? They know they need to go into each other's streams for the layers. They would think you know what? I'm going to be the Terminator. I'm going to dream myself to be the Terminator, and then no one's going to kill me. You know, something like that.
But there's probably an extent to what you can do in a dream too.
There is. That's why they do mazes.
Especially though, when you're in other people's dreams, it's probably harder to manifest stuff in somebody else's dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Between Arthur and Dom, right? They should protect each other from that. Yeah, I know that you can't protect them from the the projections, but you could like I could wear body armor or something where they
But
can't
yeah, but
easily
you got to
kill
be
me.
careful what you're doing in a dream too, because you don't want to alarm the person's dream that you're in too. Remember?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I know they
Because
probably
you got to
thought
remember you're
about
in
that.
somebody else's dream, and they're building a world in that dream, but they got to do something that's not too far out of the ordinary
Oh, kind of
because it
like
draws attention.
Oriana did to Dom. Yeah, while
Yeah,
he
it
was in
draws
Damon's dream.
attention
Yeah,
also. You're trying to get something. You can't heist out of somebody else's dream if they know you're there.
I think the projections is one of the most brilliant ideas of this movie too. Like your
Yeah,
mind is trying to protect you like from the parasite that's
yeah,
causing
yeah,
all of this.
yeah. That makes sense.
And I love that they say like, "Oh, this is my subconscious. I can't control any of this."
The thing is, though, I mean, if this technology is real, you'd know because the military would want it quicker than anything.
Oh yes, if this,
Assuming some they don't have something
you
like
know
that.
what that reminds me of? This reminds me of Strange Days.
Oh yeah, this is similar strange.
Yep. It's just recording your memories, but then you could play
Yeah,
back as the other person. I love technologies like this.
yeah, but yeah, you're playing back your memories
Yeah.
back for people in the strange
You
days.
know what? Like, if this is real, right? I would probably easily talk to Heather or any married couple, right? A tiny vacation every time we go to sleep, just
I
away
don't
from their
know. You
kids.
saw you saw what their vacation ended up like.
Well, it's kind of like you could go to whatever you want without spending a penny. Like all you
I
had to do is
know,
buy
but
this
like I said,
technology.
all you do is some kind of accident because you saw that deal. He tricked his wife to get back to the real world,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
after that, she couldn't
Yeah, you
figure
know
it
what? It
out.
depends on who the person is. Like, do you want to you want to be stuck in a fantasy land where I was like, no, my fantasy land is my
Well,
escape from the like.
she for she her his wife accepted her fantasy land for some reason,
Hmm.
and then he messed with it.
Yeah, because he's afraid that she won't realize what's the difference
But
between real world and
but she
fantasy.
never was able to after they got to the real world too.
Yeah.
Because remember, she's like, none of this is real. Those kids aren't mine.
Oh.
She didn't like that, and then she
It's,
had to kill herself. She was like, we gotta go kill ourselves. And
yeah,
then
kill
then
ourselves. She's
she
scared of.
framed him for her murder
I know that's
before she
oh
even
my
killed
god.
himself. That's like I was like, man, this is bad.
So she actually did that
Yeah, she talked to
in
her lawyer. Remember,
preparation in the
remember, she
real
got
world.
herself. Yeah, she went and talked to people to make sure that they knew she was sane by three different
Yes.
people, and then she put notes in her lawyer's deal saying that he killed her if
Yeah.
she ends up dead. See, the thing is, if he would have killed himself, it would have looked like he murdered her and committed suicide.
Maybe like yeah, it's crazy.
The crazy thing though is her father,
Michael
which is
Caine.
yeah, realized that he didn't kill her.
Oh yeah, because he's the one that knows about that technology.
Yeah, but you could. I mean, it'd be hard to prove that, because I mean, let's say when your daughter showed up dead, you'd be like, "Man, I know who killed her."
Yeah. Wow. I love this movie. You know what? I always say Fight Club. Right? I bet you if I watch Fight Club right now, they're like, oh, this is better. It's so hard to. How do you pick like which is your better like what you said like Prestige,
But
right? I
I don't
thought
really.
about that. Like
I mean,
Prestige is still I still very much like the Prestige
I think
than
it
this.
depends. But the very problem is you got to remember. I mean, just being from me and you go to theaters, we see movies come out, we're pumped up.
Yep.
Sometimes you just can't let that movie, all because you come out pumped up, be your number one movie. You
Oh
can't
yeah.
because
You can't.
because the next movie you see, you're gonna be
I
pumped
was
up. I
gonna
mean,
say
that's
that
like
too. Yeah.
every Marvel movie you ever see in the theater. You come out pretty pumped up.
That's why I say like you can have top movies, but it's gonna be so hard
It's
to
in my
number
top.
which
Yeah,
one.
it's in my top. But if you want to say, but if I base my movies, I want to see about how often I can actually sit there and watch it and be happy, or without
Oh.
getting bored of a movie. So Star Trek 2, I can almost if it's on or I need something to watch, I can watch it. Never get bored. Iron Man, I can watch that. No big deal. I could watch it in the background, watch it, not do anything, and not feel like a wasted day.
Oh, that's
You know,
good.
if you watch a movie and you get bored with it, and maybe it's not the deal, or you feel like you wasted time watching it,
Yeah.
then it's not a top movie.
You know what? Talladega Nights is like that for me.
Talladega Nights, because it draws you in.
It
I
draws me
mean,
in.
it draws you in, and makes you
This
laugh.
movie,
It
after
actually,
I finished watching it, I could rewatch it
usually,
immediately.
but yeah, a top movie is going to be based on something that's happened in your life when you watch it, or how it makes you feel after you see it.
Yep.
I mean, come on, a horror movie, it's going to be awesome when you saw it,
Yeah.
but
But
years
it's not
later,
gonna
it may
be.
not be because it may not. The things it made you feel might not carry through.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure there's people that have horror movies as their favorite, but it's going to be because of something that
It
happened tied to it. in their life.
Yeah, the connection to their life. Like that's why I love Fight Club so much. That's why I love this movie because it's dreams, and I love The Prestige. It's the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like the themes of those movies, I really connected to.
Yeah,
That's why they're always my favorite.
It's pretty much a favorite movie's going to have to check off almost all the boxes.
Yep, all the boxes for some individual. Yeah, not everybody likes the same genre.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, because there's some people, me and you, could probably go, oh, you got to see Inception, and they watch it and go,
oh, this movie sucks. But yeah, I know.
Or they go, yeah, I couldn't follow it all. You know, I'm like, well, don't follow it. Just sit there and watch it.
Like, enjoy what it's trying to tell you.
Yeah,
well, you don't have to like.
Yeah, they'd be like, you can't do that.
So those are the people that like trying to pick holes because they didn't like this movie.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, that's their deal. Not everybody needs to like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, and I don't.
If we all liked it, then we.
How do you not like a Christopher Nolan movie? What is wrong?
There are people that don't, and thank God there aren't. There's got to be people that don't like it.
Hey, you know what? We just have to accept the fact that not everybody's as smart as us. That's it.
Yeah, well, if everybody likes something, then it's not going to be that enjoyable, anyways.
It depends. Like everybody likes. A lot of people like food and chocolate.
Not everybody does, though. That's what makes it so great.
But a majority of the people likes food.
You know, the majority of people do like food, especially starving folks. But again, starving folks couldn't eat anything. I mean, I could like pull out a dead chicken and they'll probably eat it. Okay.
Yeah, pretty true. Yes.
I hate chicken. Let's put it that way. Even when it's cooked or boiled, it's nasty.
Well, I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. I think this movie is probably the most liked for all the movies we've done so far.
Oh,
this gotta be top tier, like top 3 of everything we've done. We've already done The Prestige. Yeah. You and I love The Prestige. You and I love this movie. Yeah, the other movie that you and I both love that we haven't talked about it is Dread. Which is really different from awesome. Inception.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna put Dread on my top of my list. No, but Dread is a good movie.
Love a lot. Yeah,
Dread is a good movie.
It's not on the same level as Inception, to Prestige, and things.
But I mean, we've done our top movies. Most of them we haven't talked about your top movie.
No, have not.
We haven't done Fight Club yet. We're gonna have to.
Fight Club.
We've done my #1 movie.
Yes.
So,
Con. I love that. I love doing that. You know what?
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
I didn't send this to you yet, right? But I was watching Fresh Off the Boat. It was the 2 of her sons have lice or something, right? So she made them stay outside.
The young ones.
The young one and the older one.
Oh, okay.
And I took a screenshot of it. I haven't shown you yet, but their mom said, "The need of many outweighs the need of a few." Because they were outside. They want to come back in. The need for many outweighs the need for a few.
Also, yeah, it's very
they were talking to a glass. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, they're going to put it up there. You will always be my son, but you're going to have to stay outside.
Stay outside. You have lice. See you later. And then she close the curtain.
Yep.
When I saw that, like, I didn't get it the first time, but when I rewatch it after watching Star Trek, it's like, dude, this scene is awesome. Sometimes I say that too, like at work, like, hey, the need of many outweighs the need of a few. Because at work, it's easy to put yourself in that situation.
Hey, or the one.
Yeah, the one. It's so great. Like, did you just freaking quote Star Trek? Heck yeah, I did. I did that the other day where, like, I know I'm a subject matter expert on certain things at work, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
and then they asked, and then like, Lamb, you gotta be in this meeting. Oh, they asked me, hey Lamb, would you like to participate in this meeting? And I'm like, oh, do I have to? And one of the VPs said, yes, you do. I'm like, well, then beam me up, Scotty.
You know what I hate though. Just when you just put that out. You know,
I love
one of the things that it disturbs me the most is when somebody asks you, "Do you want to do something?" Then it turns out you don't have a choice. I'm like, why did you ask me?
Yeah, why did you ask me?
You're hoping I'd say yeah, and you would have a problem.
Oh, why did you ask me? Because like I want you to commit to it. Like I guess.
Well, I don't get that either.
Oh, yep. But you know what? We love Inception. We'll see you guys on the next one. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Yeah. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, we just don't know it.